Hey guys, it's been a while, and today I brought to you a 10 different art styles challenge video. So I guess, should we start talking about why I've been gone for like more than a year? Procrastination, that's my only answer. School and procrastination. Actually, my first excuse was school because I procrastinate a lot at school. Of course, my grades are still good because I'm just like that. But I procrastinate a lot at school, and I was like, dang bro, I really need to find a way to make this video because I've been working on this video for the past like 6 months now. So I started the idea of thinking about, we should do a 10 different art styles challenge. We, as in me, should do a 10 different art styles challenge last year December, but I didn't really feel like getting into the art because I don't know. Okay, let me just get off topic real quick. Since 2023, I have really not been feeling like, I don't know, the feeling of the things I used to enjoy, that love of things I used to enjoy, like drawing and anime, I just haven't been feeling doing or watching any of those anymore. I don't know, I just lost my interest in anime. I really do want to watch all the new animes and all the older stuff I dropped a long time ago because of my lack of enjoyment, but I don't know, I just really have lost interest in those things. And drawing has been so hard for me because even when I want to draw and I feel like drawing, or like I want to watch an anime, when it comes down to it, I just feel like, it wasn't as good as it used to feel. Like, the feeling of watching this was not as good as it used to feel. Or just drawing in general, I just don't know what to draw anymore. Like, I used to just draw a bunch of eyes and lips. I still do. In school, looking at my papers, just covered in eyes, lips, and a couple of like expressions and stuff. But like when it comes down to me genuinely wanting to actually attempt to draw, I just lost the motivation. And that is why I created this video. Because, well, during December at least, I wanted to like maybe get out of my comfort zone. Maybe what will really motivate me into like drawing more, basically try different style that I normally don't even touch, like the cartoony art style. Now, cartoon art styles can also, I mean, they very much do vary in shapes, sizes, and like, you know, the way the characters just look, okay? And I wanted to try very much different things. So in the last part of these videos, you will see a more semi-realistic art style, but so far most of these, at least like 6 of these, are going to be really cartoony. And also there is a speed paint or like redesign, I don't know, what are these called, speed paints? One of them is missing because I had some technical difficulties, so don't mind that. I'll just use that part as like a little yap session for, you know, how this year's been going, because I actually did attempt to make this video in January, but I had problems with the way I sounded. Like, I kept saying the words like, I just said like again. Guys, I have a problem with repeating words a lot, and also I'm just making up things as I go. One person did suggest that I should make a script. I would have made a script. It's just that, number one, I don't think I can really script out everything I'm really gonna say in this video. And number two, I suck at reading out loud. Like, my out loud reading just sounds so bad. And because I don't want to like do that, I just decided to, you know, do my own thing, I guess. So since this intro is like 3 minutes long, let's actually get into it. So first up, we have this very ugly image that you see in your face right now. I'm sorry to curse your eyes with this ugly artwork. It's been a year and I gave you guys this bullcrap I made like, what, 6 months ago? Yeah, I apologize guys. Don't got time to make anything new. So this is the first one I worked on during December. Now, this is so bad. I literally gave up on this one and I was like, dang, maybe I should just make like an OC video or something. Or should I just like make another Yandere Simulator redesign? But by that time, Yandere Simulator was kind of irrelevant. Like, it's been like what, like a year and 7 months since that was a whole thing. So I was like, let's just cut this crap, okay? Let's just try to get through this. And so yeah, we have this very ugly image. Can you guess the art style, guys? Yeah, you can, because I put the references in the speed paint, so you can. Yeah, Story versus the Force of Evil. I don't think I said that right, but it's about a girl who fights evil with her friend. And I watched this as a kid, so I don't remember anything that really happened in the show. Yeah, all I can tell you is that the line, I messed up. The first thing I messed up on was like the line weight. It was so thick. Also, I hate drawing straight lines for the life of me. My hand is so shaky. So drawing straight lines was just a whole like bother in general. So getting through that, I just managed to do something with this picture, and yeah, we have this ugly image. Next up, we have OKKO. So I never really watched OKKO as a kid. I mainly saw clips on YouTube when I was younger, so I just put it in because I like how like different the art style kind of is. Like, it's like kind of chibi looking in a way, so I wanted that, and I wanted to attempt to try to do that, but I just did it because, you know, every character has their own different shape and size, and I was thinking, what would my character be? Because in most of these art styles, the main difficulty was translating my hair into the art styles. So some of them I do have dreads, because in real life I do have locks, and in others I have like a kind of afro looking hairstyle, I guess. So I just went with, okay guys, wait, before I start continuing, I'm sorry guys. I traced. I'm sorry. Yes, bro, I traced. It's okay. Put your pitchforks down, okay? I'll explain myself. I was so lazy, okay? I just said straight lines. Now, the lines aren't really straight, but smooth lines that are supposed to be like consistent, like just smooth. No waves, no nothing. They piss me off so much. Like, I like sketching because like you can be messy and it'll still look good. But once you start like doing line art just pisses me off. Like, line art just ruins the picture, number one, and number two, it just sorry y'all. Yeah, carry on. I do think that there were things that should have been tweaked, and maybe I should have done this without tracing over a template. Anyways, yeah, this one is decent, but it'll like, I think maybe I might rate all the pictures at the end of the video, but this one, it's not my favorite, but it's alright. Next up we have Friday Night Funkin'. Do y'all remember the good old days back when Friday Night Funkin' used to be popular and there wasn't so much brain rot in this world? Yeah, I do too. Now we have Italian brain rot. Well, I'm saying all this stuff right now because literally January, when I was actually trying to make this video, you know, things were kind of chill a little bit in January, but April, everything just changed. All this tunes to horror stuff. Okay, let me get back on topic. We can talk about that later. So Friday Night Funkin', I was thinking like, how do I just make myself look like myself? A big part of my character is the hair. For me, I think my character is more noticeable for their hair rather than like their outfit. Their outfit was just because I'm lazy and I decided to make my character wear a onesie. Now, in real life, I don't have dyed hair. I've never dyed my hair in my life before. But since this is supposed to be my persona and kind of like my channel mascot, I guess, I was like, let's just make it something that we've always wanted to do. At the same time, also just something that we feel like we are. I feel like I'm a lazy person and thus I just wanted to look comfortable because I love being comfortable, okay? But the thing is, I've never actually designed what my character's footwear would be. I was thinking, would I be barefoot or would I wear socks? Now, originally, I used to have shoes, but they looked so ugly because I didn't know what color I should make them. I'm not good with all this color theory stuff, so I just go with the flow and like just do whatever YouTube told me was good to do in character designing or something. Now, I'm not character design and I don't really plan to pursue art in the future, but like, yeah, I was just trying. So, you know, this is also like about me figuring out my character as well. This art style challenge kind of helped me like understand that there are things about my characters that I probably do need to, you know, fix or work on. At the same time, it also did let me try out like different things and like seeing my character in different kind of hindsight. So I did enjoy doing this Friday Night Funkin' art style challenge. It was very much enjoyable. I had to pull out this little template or sheet I found on Pinterest. The artist said do not repost. But other than the footwear, I think this picture did turn out alright. My friend said that she liked the way it looked and she thought it was really cute. I thought it was cute too. I said doing the line work was a hard work. But other than that, I like this picture. It's really cool. I think I could have done more with the lighting or whatever the effect is that on the hair. But yeah, next one. Okay guys, hopefully some real cool cultured people know what this show is. This show is a show from my childhood as well. I love this show so much. It's dear to me, but I also do not know what the show is about. I used to watch this show at my grandma's house on, is it called CBB? Or is it BBC? I don't remember. And not the weird BBC guys. I know some of y'all are dirty minded. Anyways, so yes, you can see I'm very disappointing, guys. I know I'm not that kind of person, I promise you. I was just feeling really lazy and I didn't know exactly how to tackle the art style because this is very different. Most cartoons tend to stick to that, like at least like they have like, you know, they have like very smooth shapes. This one was literally like somebody freehanded it, okay? Now you think it would be easy for me to do this, but it's like the lines are also pretty straight too and I just didn't want to draw straight lines. So I decided to just wing it and just do something, and yeah, it just this ugly, really ugly looking picture. Okay, I think it would have looked better if I actually attempted to draw it completely by myself and not, you know, do a little bit of some tracing magic. But you know, I said I was probably getting really tired or lazy when I drew this. I mean, after the Star vs. the Force of Evil picture, the rest of the other pictures were actually done this year, but it was like done from January to February, so I was doing that. And you know, yeah, I put a certain amount of efforts into each picture, as you can kind of see. In some pictures, if I didn't want to do it, or if I really just did not want to tackle how I'm gonna draw it, I would kind of, you know, use some shapes I got from certain sources, while in others I actually did everything by hand. The ones you don't see any real templates in, I did that one from scratch because it actually interested me and actually felt like drawing it. So yeah, like the Star vs. Evil one, I actually drew the whole thing by hand. I didn't record the sketching part though. Yeah, but other than that, there wasn't really much I could really say about it other than I liked the show as a kid. I'm pretty sure it's about two sisters and adventuring, and like it's like a slice of life kind of thing. And yeah, the show is also called Charlie and Lola. I almost forgot to tell y'all, but yeah, that's it. So next up, we have another show from my younger years of youth. Now, I don't remember what this show really, like, I don't remember a single episode of the show, but I did know I watched it and it's very familiar to me. It's about three brothers and being crazy, I guess, because I've seen clips of it sometimes, but other than that, like, I saw the whole thing as a kid on cable. Anyways, so you can see that I actually didn't use a template or any kind of like other characters to make the sketch, and you guys should all be proud of me. I need you guys to all clap for me right now because instead I was kind of dying inside through most of these pictures, but I really enjoyed this one, as in this is probably my most favorite on the list. If I was to have a list at the end, this would probably be high up on the list because I really enjoyed drawing this. It was such a breeze, okay? It was like freehanding, okay? My hand could just glide and I was enjoying myself, and I didn't need the eraser tool that much. I didn't need the undo tool that much. I didn't need to use some kind of symmetry tool that much. Everything just felt so nice, bro. Like, you have no idea. I needed this, okay? I love the Eddie art style. It's very fun to draw with, and also I like the way the picture turned out. I just think the face could use some work. I wish, you know, I could have like reproportioned the face a little bit, but other than that, this is a really good one, okay? You guys should try it. If you guys don't like lines, try the Eddie art style. It's pretty simple, it's really fun, and it's like kind of dynamic in a way, so you can like experiment with like shapes and stuff. Up next, we have Cookie Run Kingdom. Now, this one was really tricky because I also had technical difficulties on this one. So we had, well, who's we? It's me. I had technical difficulties on this one and also the picture after it. But the picture after it, because it was so bad, I didn't exactly have a speed paint, so I'm just gonna wing that one. But this one, so because I didn't really actually have a speed paint, the actual video got deleted, or I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So I had to go back and look at the layers, and I had to just off and on all the layers I used to make it look like some kind of speed paint. So I tried. But other than that, let me actually talk about it. So back when I made this picture, I just got Shadow Milk Cookie, and I was wondering that, dang bro, I think this was like what, the 8th picture I drew for this for this challenge, and I was like, dang bro, what should I do? I was thinking about Fairly Odd Parents, right? And I was like, dang, I don't want to do Fairly Odd Parents, so that seems really tricky, especially because everything is so straight. So I decided to go for Cookie Run because I love the way the splash art looks. I just love the creaminess and just the color of everything, and I love the way they just draw everything. If I was to actually take something out of all these pictures I've drawn so far, I would definitely take the shading style of some of these. Like, I love the Cookie Run Kingdom shading style. I don't know, bro. I just really loved it, and it was so hard to replicate it because I didn't know what I was doing the whole time. And as you can see, I really used the style for my hair. Other than that, the clothes are very lackluster, I guess. I didn't really make an attempt to even try it on the clothing or anywhere else. So yeah, I give to you this lazy-ish piece of work, even though it kind of took me longer than most of the simpler ones. Whoa, what's this? Is that a hand in a digital art video? Yeah, since the other footage got deleted, I had to make a video to fill this out, and since there is no actual video of the art I made for this section playing, I'm just gonna yap about something else. Wait, so real quick, in this video you see me doing, I've never really been, like I said, I'm trying to get into drawing, and I always stayed in this little box of just drawing characters, and I mainly always drew like bust up pictures, so my anatomy is whack. My any other picture except anime bust ups are all whack, okay? So I was like, you know, let's give it a shot. Let's try drawing something that we definitely do not ever draw. Unless we draw, like, you know, the little cartoony ones, the simple ones, like, oh, pizza, you draw a triangle, you don't do any of that detailing stuff. So I wanted to try to make the food look cool. So I looked on Pinterest, I got some food, and I just, you know, went crazy. I only colored 2 of them, though, because I don't know why. It took me 30 minutes to color two. Out of all the things I drew on this paper, it took me 30 minutes to color 2 of these tiny little foods. Anyway, y'all, so I'm just gonna start talking about things I've done, watched, or I'm into right now. So K-pop Demon Hunters, we've all heard of it. I obsessed with the song Your Idol. I love that song so much. Now, I don't really listen to music much. Everyone will tell you that I really don't listen to music, but I love me a good catchy theme song or any kind of song from a show, because you hear it a lot because it's a show. Other than that, I also watched Squid Games, and that was fun. It was a very fun ride. Okay, anyways, so my honest reason for actually doing this 10 different art styles challenge is, as I said before, because I've just lost motivation for drawing, and maybe I thought that if I started drawing something else I don't normally draw, maybe I would find something I like about it. As you can see, it took me a year or maybe 6 months, because I actually started editing this video in December. I started editing this video in February, but I had an idea for this video in December. So, it's the 7th right now. It took me 7 months to actually work on this. So you can see that it actually kind of didn't work. I still am not really crazy into drawing, and I have not really watched much shows I would really want to watch. Other than that, I think if I was to do this art style challenge again, I would definitely want to do a manga art style challenge. I love manga art so much. I'm still into reading webtoons, manga, manhwas. So I really just love the art styles in mangas in general, because it's it's not colored, so you can really just see the rough lines and you could just feel the textures. I love that so much. I would say anime art styles, but animes are way too clean and way too, they have their own thing going on. It's way too clean and way too shiny. I love the roughness and just this, I guess it looks more drawn compared to a finished illustration like an anime. And I think I'd also want to do a take on different artists I've seen on YouTube's art, because I really just love seeing all the variety of art styles and art there is on social media. And I like to give a take on maybe some people from Instagram or some people from YouTube or other social media platforms. Oh yeah, the art that also was missing in this video was the Lincoln Loudhouse art style. Now, I went on Pinterest searching up references for all of these art styles, right? And the Lincoln Loudhouse one, every time I searched up Loudhouse, oh my gosh, there was always some kind of, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the I word, but there was always sibling stuff on Pinterest or any kind of, Google. Why? Why is that always, why is that what we do now? This is a kid's show. What's wrong with the world? I know there's things like Rule 34 out there, and they do some really effed up stuff, and yeah, but that's just really weird. Just searching up Lincoln Loudhouse, I just see the oldest sister and a kid, or it's weird stuff. Okay, it's weird behavior. If you're drawing that kind of stuff, just please get a life. Anyways, I have not heard much of Italian Brain Rot, to be honest with you, but it was just crazy to me how I started editing this video in February and there was none of these shows, none of these topics were online. So honestly, I had to redo this whole video. So this is the redone version. This video you're seeing right now is because the first one, it wasn't really on topics that were relevant right now. But it's crazy how things just come and go now. In the beginning, there was none of this stuff. Now, as the months go by and I'm here now, I realize there's so much stuff that just went on during the other months, and I'm like, wow, now there's stuff for me to talk about. Way more things to say in this section, but since this video is redone, maybe it's affecting my thought process. Yeah, I recently, actually that was a month or two ago, I saw the new Panty and Stocking trailer. I love Panty and Stocking as a kid. Literally in 5th grade, I made this cringy little comic. So I used to make comics in elementary school, 5th grade, 6th grade, 4th grade. I kind of stopped in 6th grade because all my comics are kind of cringy. Maybe one day I'll show you guys in this channel. I'll even show you some OC content. I have a lot of OCs. I think I'm getting off topic right now, but let me talk about OCs real quick. I have a lot of OCs, and honestly, I've been looking for a way to kind of archive them because I hate drawing the same thing twice. Also, I don't like writing whatsoever, so I always have their stories in my head, and because of that, I tend to always forget things about my own characters. I just know I have these characters, and I've only ever drawn most of them once. Because of that, maybe I might just make an OC video, maybe not just for the sake of content, but for myself to kind of just understand my own characters. I'd like to explore more of the OC genre, but as I said before, with the fact that I'm not even into drawing as much as I used to be, and also the fact that I hate drawing the same thing twice, that's gonna be really difficult unless I have motivation making a YouTube video. So I'm using this video as kind of an excuse to also motivate myself. Anyways, so yeah. I guess the section is kind of done. Oh yeah, Panty and Stocking. I'm pretty sure it came out like this summer or something like that. I'll watch it, I guess, because I really love Panty and Stocking. But I don't know, I also don't feel like watching it either. When I made this video first, it was around like February, January, and I had just finished these amazing shows. Guys, 10 out of 10 recommend you to watch Ugly Betty. I love this show so much. Okay, watch Ugly Betty. You need to watch Ugly Betty. I'm gonna say one more time, you need to watch Ugly Betty. So here's my little Lincoln Loudhouse rendition, or whatever that word means, you know, my take on it. I think the hair could use some poofing, but I like this one. It's also going to be high on the list. I like this one, I like the feel, but line work could use some work. Guys, guess what art style this is? I didn't put any references in here, and no, this is not what my face looks like. So when I was designing this, I based it off of my face because this is my character and it's my persona. But the thing is, I didn't want it to be like a face reveal, so I heavily edited this. Now I had to take a picture of myself. I traced over it and I started tweaking my face a lot, which did give me a little bit of like, dang bro, I'm really ugly, or dang bro, my face is really far apart and crap like that, because I did tweak the face a lot. Like, this is not my head shape. I think the mouth is like just like, it's like literally my mouth, but like it's just enlarged, but everything else is literally like reshaped and everything like that. So I don't really look like this. This is like if I had like a granddaughter or something, because this girl looked nothing like me. But it was really odd having to give my OC an actual face, like actual features. It was a little bit creepy for me because it's like, okay, Ace has always been this little doodle character and now I just have this straight up creature, like what? But anyways, I think so far so good. I haven't really been talking about my process in coloring or making most of these pictures, so since this one is more detailed, I'd like to talk and explain about what you're looking at on the screen right now. So I was so confused on how do I even get this done. How do I start it off? So I needed like a plan for how I'm gonna do the shading. So I started off with this black and white image that you saw before or you see now. And what I did with that is like I kind of used it to like map out where I want to add certain things to it. Now normally I see most people, they would like add like a black and white image, or they'll like color their picture in black and white or something like that, and then they'll like put like a layer, like some kind of special effect layer over it, and then they'll alpha lock it or something, and then they'll like color it with normal coloring. Honestly, I don't know the name of most of these layer modes, guys. I don't know nothing about digital art, to be honest with you. Okay, I haven't really been doing much digital art. With the fact that I'm not as interested in drawing as I used to be, I was never even a digital art person in the first place. I just started digital art because I wanted to like try, you know, making a video like some of the YouTubers I like watching on YouTube. So yeah, and I'm not decent at it, as you can clearly see. I don't know what I'm doing. For most of you guys who probably do a lot of digital art, you can kind of see like, maybe if I don't know if you can tell, but with all these layer modes I'm turning off and on, I don't know what I'm doing, or the way I'm layering my picture, I just don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, there are some things missing in this picture. Like there's like supposed to be like shadow from my hair on the skin. I didn't add that because I got lazy on the hair. Like the hair has barely any shading because, as I said, I just got lazy on some parts. So I was gonna actually detail the hair, but the art style I was going for, I hope you guys can tell. If you guys can't tell the art style, then I failed the mission. I mean, it looks pretty bad in the first place. It's not a good picture, okay? I'm not really proud of this one. When I first finished this picture, I was like, dang bro, I did that. Like, look at me, I did that crap. But then when I did the next picture after this one, I'm like, wait, this is 100 times better than this crap, which is the one that you're seeing right now. So I'm like, yeah, this isn't as good as I remembered it being. Also, since the art style I'm, you know, referencing from is more of a like fantasy kind of thing, they all have like fantasy clothing, so I didn't really know how I was gonna color my hoodie. So I kind of colored it more realistically, I guess, if you could call this realistic. Now, other than having difficulties in translating my character into this style, I don't really think there was much of a problem. I think the lighting could have definitely used some work, especially on the clothes and the hair. I do think the face is very wonky and janky. I think it could have definitely used some symmetry magic. The art style I was going for, their characters are not symmetrical whatsoever, and I really like that, how like their faces are not symmetrical yet. Even whenever you flip the canvas, they still look good. Now, whenever you flip my character's canvas, yikes guys, do not flip the canvas. If you know, do not take a screenshot, do not flip it. It just looks wonky and janky. You can very much see that the face already looks janky, so imagine how much jankier it'll get if I flip the canvas. Like my nose is slanted to the one side, one eye is literally looking like it's drooping and a little bit more angular. Yeah, I think maybe I went overboard, but you know, this is why I love digital art, because I have symmetry, and because this art style didn't need symmetry, I thought maybe I can use the excuse that the art just looked a little bit wonky because I was trying something new, guys. I was really just trying to freehand this. No, I wasn't, but I tried. you know, I did my best. I hope you can tell the art style. But now it's time for me to also tell you the art style. It is, drumroll please, Arcane. Yes, it is Arcane. I enjoyed season 2 so much. I love season 2 so much. Season 1 was very boring to me. I'm sorry, but I didn't care much for season 1. I just watched it because it was popular. But season 2 definitely made me a fan of the show and definitely made me enjoy it a lot more. I love what was going on. I wanted to see more of Jinx and Echo. I love what happened with Catherine and Kathleen, I don't even know her name. Kathleen and my baby girl Vi. Okay, she's not a baby girl, okay? Girl boss Vi. You know, that prison scene should have been a little bit longer, just saying. And I know a lot more did happen in season 2, and I would speak on it, but it's been like 6 months, and the only thing floating in my head is all the Jinx and Echo fan art I've seen so far, and Kathleen and girl boss Vi. I love girl bosses, by the way. Did I say that? I think I said that in my last video. I love girl bosses. So yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think? I think this picture is low-key kind of creepy. The more I stare at it, the more it feels like it could appear in my nightmares. I think I like the eyes. I like the eyes of the character, but the face is very splotchy, choppy. The original art style had more of like a rendering, was very like, you can kind of see the shapes on the face, but it like came together to make this like, it just came together to make this beautiful masterpiece. You can also see that I did use a lot of Echo as my reference for my picture because I was looking for some black features, and I feel like my features, like I feel like I use Mel, but I mainly used Echo because they had more like different like lighting effects on Echo's face than they did on Mel. So yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think? Yeah, yay, nay, I don't know, put it in the comments below. Tell me what I could have changed, what I could have done, what I could have fixed, as I said before. Now guys, it's finally time for the creme de la creme, the last picture. Now you probably counted 9 different art styles. I was so tired of all these cartoon art styles and their line work. I did this so I could be more inspired, but this made me less inspired and want to run away. Okay, and this is also, yes, another semi-realistic one. Can you guess the art style, guys? So because this is actually a 9 different art style challenge and not a 10 different art style challenge, I did decide to add a little bonus. There's a bonus, and it's like a design. It's like me designing my character as something that was kind of popular and trending 2 years ago. It kind of did come back last year, and then it kind of died out again. So I wanted to give my shot on it before it's too late. Actually, I had more of an opportunity if I had posted this video earlier this year, but it's way too late to be posting this. But you know, I'm gonna still give it a shot. Maybe some people will see it. Hopefully this video doesn't die. Also, I was not expecting this video to be 30+ minutes long. I originally intended to make it 25 minutes long because I know no one's gonna sit here and watch a 30-minute long video about art. If you did, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. I know you're not a brain-rotted child. You just can't sit here and watch a person just yap about art and their experiences in life and just different things for like 30+ minutes. Thank you for being so patient with me. Okay, nothing dramatic. So this one, I don't think I have much to say. I think I've said a lot of things during this whole video, so there isn't much to yap about. So I think I might make this speed paint really quick because I don't want it to be too long. Anyways, so this one was actually kind of like fun. I like this one the best. Like, I think this is probably gonna be like really high on the list. It's like a really, just like, it looks so good to me. I use a lot of fan art references, so a lot of people did make fan art in this style. I try to do this style, but the thing is about this art style is the fact that there's like a lot of lines, like, you know, pop art, it has like a lot of like lines, dots, and shapes and stuff like that. I didn't know how to like do that in not Metabank. I was using Fire Alpaca for all these pictures. I didn't know exactly how to do that other than like pointillism brush or something and the scumbling brush, so I did try that effect using brushes I had. I couldn't do it too much, but I did my best. The lighting is kind of off, but as said before, I did my best. I just looked at references, which are fan art I have seen of people drawing themselves in that style. So that's how I kind of did this. But other than that, there's nothing much to say about it other than it was a good movie. Yes, guys, I just give it away. Hopefully you guys can tell what art style this is. If you can't, that means I failed again. But this is, drumroll please, this Spider-Verse art style. Yes, Spider-Verse. Oh my gosh, I love Spider-Verse. Like, not like crazy, I'm not like crazy into it, but I really enjoyed that movie. It was so beautiful. The art and everything was so inspirational. It really made me want to draw again, but at the same time, as I said before, I want to draw, I just don't know what to draw or feel like drawing. So yeah, it made me really want to pick up a pencil and just attempt to be cool like these people, because how do you just come up with this? How do you just do this? How do people just come together and make beautiful art like this into an animation? It was so visually pleasing to me. It like sent dopamine in my brain, okay? It made my brain tingle. Other than Blazing the movie, all I can say is it was a cool movie. Other than that, well, again, I think the shading's pretty recognizable. I think the jacket was another difficult thing because I couldn't find much references on the jacket unless I were to watch the movie again, which I didn't want to watch a whole hour-long movie just to find some good lighting for the jacket. So I went on Pinterest and I found some concept art of Miles Morales with the jacket on. I did something with that. I did my best to try to understand what was going on in that picture, to try to make my own thing go on. So yeah, the hair was also lazily done again. But yeah, I actually really like this picture. It's probably going to be like on top tier if I do make a tier list. So yeah. So this is the final picture. As I said before, I did decide to go with the Spider Sona for the last one. I wanted to see if I can turn my character into a Spider Sona per se. I don't think my character would ever wear this outfit, honestly. I'm not a big fan of tight, skinny stuff because I'm a little bit self-conscious, guys. I know, I'm putting myself out there right now. But yeah, I stick to something baggy, but I wanted it to be baggy, but at the same time, Spider-Man costumes are kind of known to be latex and they're known to be all skinny and all that stuff, so I wanted it to look like a Spider-Man costume while also having some baggy elements to it. Now, I saw a lot of different takes on Spider Sonas, like traditional, cultural, and all that stuff, because yes, in Spider-Man they did do that kind of stuff. It's like your Spider-Man outfit could be based off of your interest, what you're, you know, just anything. And I'm like, what exactly do I base this off of? Like, literally all I do is wear hoodies at school, and there's not much of an interest, okay? I don't know, adding traditional elements to my Spider-Man costume did not really look good. I did sketch everything out in my sketchbook. I might show you one day if I ever do like a sketchbook tour or something. I've never finished a sketchbook in my life, by the way, so you're not gonna expect to see much. You're gonna see like 10 pages of art and then nothing else. I have a bunch of sketchbooks and I've never finished a single one. Anyways, so I also had a lot of difficulties with the coloring. I had like 4 different, like, what do I go for? And I couldn't decide, so I asked a couple of friends and they picked one, and I didn't like any of their answers because all the colors looked really bad. So I tried to find a way to use my character's colors and incorporate them with the spider I was going for. It was the golden orb bangled spider. I searched up like spiders common in Nigeria, and I really like the golden orb bangled spider because my favorite color is actually yellow. I think I said this before. And so I found a way to incorporate all this stuff without making it look too bad. I also tried to like add a different element, like this like lightish white blue color to it, because I felt like everything was way too pink and yellow. I felt like maybe there needed to be something else in there, so I added this other color. It looked kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. I should have probably removed it, but I felt like there was something missing, okay? It looks way too plain. Even though it didn't make the picture look any better, at least it kind of added some kind of element. So yeah, I also couldn't decide on a pose, so I went on Pose Maniacs, looked for like a pose that looks kind of dynamic, went with that, and yeah, we have this. It's not bad, but the anatomy definitely could use some work. All in all, thank you all for bearing with my absence, I guess. I wasn't really trying to quit per se. I was just trying to find the motivation to just keep going and just try to continue art, as well as also try to grow this channel some more. I am very happy that people are still watching this video till this day and people are still subscribing, so I'm thankful, and I'm also thankful for some of the nice comments I saw. You know, you guys really just made me want to keep going, but at the same time, you know, I'm a procrastinator. Anyways, y'all, that is it. Hopefully I do come back sometime soon this year, or maybe next year, I don't know. And yeah, like and subscribe. Bye!